and welcome to the Morning Spike. I'm Brian the Grizzly here with wait a minute, is that Fredo?
Yes, it is I,
What
Panda.
what's up, man? Welcome back.
How you doing?
Good, man. Yeah. Well, this is the Morning Spike, guys. We're usually here to help you with your fantasy football lineups, talk about all of the news of the football world. We got a lot of stuff that happened while you were gone, man. A lot.
Yeah, I mean, time getting adjusted because it's 7 hours ahead. So right now, technically, is what 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock. So
It's the evening time for you right now. Okay,
yeah,
I got you.
so I have to get reacclimated to U.S. time. Yeah. What happened?
First, I kind of want to jump on to the Damar Hamlin thing that happened. So during Monday Night Football last week, it was a T. Higgins ran right to Damar Hamlin's chest, hit him. He jumps up, takes a step, and then he collapses.
Mm-hmm.
And so they had to rush onto the field. They cut off his shoulder pads, and they had to perform CPR on the field.
Yeah.
He was unresponsive. They shocked his heart back going, and then his heart actually stopped again on back to the hospital. So they had to get it going again, and no one knew what was happening. They had put him in a medically induced coma. They had to put a breathing tube in his throat and to help him breathe. All that stuff was going on at the same time, and we didn't know what to think. So I actually just canceled the Panda and Grizzly show on Tuesday. And then Martin and Tank kind of came on Wednesday and kind of talked about the specifics of what happened to him and what it's called and how often it happens. So literally that something like that happens at least 30 times a year.
Yeah.
It's usually a baseball or hockey injury. We've seen it in hockey. I believe in like 1995, got hit with the puck right in the heart, takes a step, and then collapses. But it looked like he had padding, so it didn't get as bad. So that's kind of what happened. We were going through a lot. The Bills were going through a lot to cancel the game. So the Bills Bengals game has been Chris Pronger. Thank you, Braden. Chris Pronger in 1998. We actually saw that happen in the hockey game. They came to stretch on the ice and took him out, but he never lost consciousness, which is great. But yeah, we didn't know what to expect. By the blessings, he's doing much better. He woke up. They removed the breathing tube from his lungs. He was able to talk to his teammates. We didn't know what was going to happen. I mean, I remember the fear I had that possibly someone could have died on the football field for something like that.
Yeah.
And
I don't know. I mean, it was a scary moment. I did not see it, but I heard about it. And I was with my 99 Chargers team when I was playing. One of our players collapsed, and medical staff came out and all that. He's fine, but I couldn't get over the feeling of fear. And he came back. He was off for 2 weeks, but he came back, thankfully. But I just remember I couldn't handle the fear aspect, like what it could be me.
The idea of mortality. The mortality. Right. This is a game that we all love and love to play. But the mortality is there. It's true. It's there.
Yeah.
And honestly, as I watch it, as I think about it and talk about it, like I always tear up because it's just. I mean, I played this game for 20 years. And I've seen torn ACLs. I torn my Achilles. Not being able to walk. It takes years to come back. I've seen concussions, but I've never seen anyone collapse on the field like that. And it hit differently. And the thought of the game really became so minimal. is as soon as I saw it, and the feeling every morning, every night, I'm sitting there every like 3 hours, I'm checking to see if there's any updates. And I know it's illogical to even be doing that because doctors don't do that every 3 hours. But literally, I couldn't sleep
Right.
Monday night, I couldn't sleep Tuesday night, and I can't imagine what his family is going through. And that's what keeps on going through my head and his teammates, because you know, when you are on a team, that's your family. You spend more time with them than you spend with your own family, and that's your brother. And imagine seeing your brother and realizing your own mortality in that moment. I couldn't imagine going through it.
Right. So I mean, I was talking to Justin's brother about this yesterday, and I asked him, "What's next? Is he coming back? Is he how?" Now this is how strong a person is. I'm not saying if he doesn't come back. We all know, we all been there in one way, shape, or another. Where when you died, are you willing to come back? Can you come back? But I just want to know, is he going to come back?
I don't.
And
It's
if he
a
does,
long road. That's just
right. It's no judgment against him. I mean, there's no right or wrong answer. It really is. There really isn't. I mean, once again, I hate talking about this, but when I got hit in the head and I collapsed, I felt burning sensation from my neck down, toes, fingers, and all that. And I couldn't move. And I was like numbed / paralyzed for like a good, to me, it seemed like eternity, but it was more like 15 seconds. And I got up and I was scared.
Yeah, that stinger. Yeah.
You're right. And I had that fear in me. And I just got to shake it off. Because if you play in the field thinking you're going to get hurt, thinking you're going to get injured.
You have to go full go always.
Right.
And as soon as you slow down.
Right, exactly.
Happens.
That's exactly what's going to happen. So I remember repeating that same play scrimmage, the drill. It was the drill. Until the fear was gone. Then I gained my little ounce of courage left. Enough for me to be like, okay, I'm going to be okay. So I went over that hump, that hurdle of fear. This is totally different. Yeah. I'm not.
Yeah, no, but it is. It's still that fear. And for him, I don't know if it's also, is he going to be able to even function again? So there's a lot of stuff we got to go through, and eventually he will do it. But one thing I got to go on what Martin said, the coolest thing is, first he wakes up, pull the tube out. First thing he asks is, who won the game? Say, hey, no, who did we win? Or did the Bengals? Like, what happened in the game? That's such a football player, and even that brought like a tear to my eye, because it's like that's such a football player's mentality.
Yeah,
that's what it is. How my boys? How are they doing? You don't even realize it. That's just like the most incredible thing. And then Mario said that was so also just made me feel a lot better when you hear that. But in the fact that he was able to think that way, so cognitively he's intact.
Yeah,
because you don't know what happens when you don't get oxygen to your brain. So that was so great. Yeah,
that's awesome.
And thanks, Martin. Thank you for jumping in and saying, I know you got to head out. Martin has to go do this big thing this weekend. This is what he does. But I always appreciate you, man.
Oh,
man. But that's what happened. That's one to kind of update you with that. And then we had football yesterday.
I missed everything.
Oh,
I mean, the whole 2 weeks, I missed a bunch of football. And I'm glad to be back here in Chicago to watch a game. Fields is not starting, but it's okay.
Hey, I'm literally watching the game to make sure we lose. We better lose. All right, I want to get to some of the comments we have right here. So, interesting situation. I have the 49ers special teams and had Justin Fields. With Fields out, does it make sense for me to start the Vikings special teams or in defense over the 49ers? So, understand
who's the 49ers going against?
I'm looking it up right now. Arizona. So Arizona also has a backup quarterback in, but Peterman, I don't know. I don't know where you know Peterman from. I know Peterman because of the 5 interceptions in one half. That's why I remember Nathan Peterman. I would probably definitely go with the Vikings this week.
Go with the Vikings.
It just, though the 49ers defense is so much better, I just don't see the Bears doing anything. I really don't think. I think we're going to do anything. The only fear I would have for the Vikings defense will be David Montgomery. David Montgomery posted something on his Twitter, kind of insinuating this could be his last ride as a Bears player. Because of that, he might be trying to go all out, do whatever he could do to go out on top, to feel very good about it. But he's really the only weapon I worry about. Everyone else, I think they're going to pull out.
I wouldn't really. Montgomery is a great player, awesome player, phenomenal player. With the Bears online, plus the Vikings strong.
You also don't know that, so we have like 3 backup linemen in, backup of the backup linemen in.
Next question. Get the Vikings defense. Next question.
It might get real bad. So I hope he helped you out with that, because I think definitely go with the Vikings defense against the Bears.
Yeah.
All right, we got Mako James 37. Do I start Kenneth Walker, Pollard, Aaron Jones, Christian Watson, Jefferson, Devontae? Full PPR. Please start 1 wide receiver, 1 running back, and 1 flex this week. It is week 2 of my championship, so I need to win this year. All right. That's a very good question. This is why it's a good question. This is the reason why it's a good question. Because you don't know who's going to play. You know Christian Watson is going to play for with the Packers. Right. You know Jefferson is going against the Bears defense that doesn't have anybody, but does have decent DBs.
Here's a question on that, though. Is the Vikings solidified first or second place, or are they fighting for position?
So they can't get the first round bye. Well, actually, they can technically get a first round bye.
Right, because if regardless, win or lose, they're still at that same spot. I'm guessing number 2 or 3 spot. Win or lose, if they're still that one position, why start Jefferson and risk for injury?
Well, but see, here's the thing. So if Philadelphia loses to the Giants, and this happened to 325, Minnesota could technically still win the number 1 seed. So Minnesota could still has an opportunity. I believe Cowboys have an opportunity too to still have the number 1 seed. So because of that, and I believe San Francisco has a chance too. So I mean, there are going to be some games here that really matter. So I would guess that what we've seen from Jefferson the last 2 weeks is an aberration. I don't think that actually is going to happen again. The Vikings are. I can see them doing okay this week. I mean, with the Bears, I would go Jefferson, Aaron Jones, even over Pollard. Even though all 3 of those guys are fighting for position, but I think Aaron Jones for me has a higher ceiling for it. And if flex, I'm going to go Kenneth Walker, even full PPR. Because Christian Watson doesn't get a lot of catches, even though he might go off. I'm probably going to go Kenneth Walker, Aaron Jones, and Jefferson.
Okay, so I would go Jones or Jefferson, Jones, and Pollard. I don't know how Emmitt Smith is doing. Once again, I was been off for. I'm sorry.
Zeke's been doing good. Pollard hasn't had 2 great weeks recently, but he still has a high ceiling. So those aren't not. I mean, you're not saying anything outlandish at all.
Wow. Well, there you go, man. If not Pollard, I will go with Walker also.
The reason I'm going Walker is because they need this win. So if Seattle wins, they're in.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
those are the
if they lose, the Packers and Detroit, whoever wins is in. But they have to win to be in. So Seattle has to win.
Come on, Seattle.
Yeah. So, but no. So I think the Packers, no matter what, if they win, they're in. Seattle has to win, and the Packers have to lose for them to be in. The Lions have to have the Seattle lose and then win against the Packers for them to be in. But I think this is everything for Seattle season, everything, and that's kind of why I'm leaning on Kenneth Walker. The Cowboys, no matter what, will be okay. You know, they're going against Washington's defense, so that's why I'm staying away from Pollard right now. Aaron Jones for the same reason. Jefferson over Watson and Devontae without having Hurts is supposed to play the game today, but I'm leaning more AJ Brown's going to have a bigger game over Hurts over Devontae Smith because of that. It seems like he's his favorite target. So, yeah. I mean, that's the reason I'm going with that. But you know, it seems like Fredo thinks that you could go with Pollard over Walker. But I think either way you can't lose. I think you're going to do well. It's very important. Full PPR. Kenneth Walker's going to get the ball in the backfield. He's going to get the ball thrown to him. Yeah. Pollard's going to. It's the same exact thing, and same thing goes for Aaron Jones. So you have three good options.
Because Dallas, if I'm mistaken, Pollard is a fast, good runner. But if Smith's not hitting anything, then Pollard is.
But Devontae Smith's the one I'm kicking out. I think that's the one that's not going to be the big one. Yeah. Watson has a tougher matchup than Jefferson, so I'm keeping Jefferson. Watson doesn't get as many catches, so that's why I'm still going with the two running backs. I feel like you want to go with the stable guy. That makes more sense for me.
Yeah, I agree. Agreed.
All right, Bev says all football fans are a relief that he's awake. Honestly, when I saw the two teams go out and pray together before the game, it's one of those things that touched my heart, and I thought that was just incredible. That's what you want. You want everyone's differences to kind of be thrown to the back burner and realize someone's life is more important. And it's one of the greatest things I get to see. I enjoyed it so much.
Yeah, I love doing that, and I love seeing that also, because at the end of the day, your guys are playing the game. You're playing for a position. You're playing for something. But at the end of the day, you guys are human. You guys are all brothers. Even though you have a different uniform, you never know. Next year, you might be the same uniform. Or no one is on the same uniform in a different team, different location. So you never know. Never burn that bridge. Always protect each other. Always be on the lookout for best interests of the other person in front of you. Yeah. Regardless if they're skin color or jersey color, regardless. I mean, once you're in a football team,
you're a team. Is it?
Yeah, you're a team.
Your family.
You're all family, right? No matter how many different names on the back of that jersey is, you're all family.
And everyone in the NFL is also family. So because you're all going through the same experience. All right. All right, Michael. We got Keenan Allen or Christian Watson this week.
I like Watson a lot. I really do. The reason I didn't pick Watson with the other from Mako J37 was because he had Jefferson. Come on, it's Jefferson. You can't really.
You go with the horse that got you there. Right. You ride the horse that brought you there. That makes sense. But then so we've got Keenan Allen. So it doesn't matter if it's PPR or not PPR. Keenan Allen gets so many damn catches. He can get you a lot of points all the time. But he's going against the Denver defense. So I feel like they're trying to do whatever they can to have just a positive season. I mean, at the end of the season, they've had such a terrible season. I could see Keenan Allen have, maybe 10, 11 points. But I think Watson has a higher ceiling than that.
Yeah.
And you're going for the championship right now. You're not worried about next week, next year. I will probably lean Christian Watson, even though it's going to Detroit. But here's the thing about Christian Watson, just because you don't know. The last 2 weeks, he against Miami, he only had 5 points. And then against, Minnesota, I believe, he only had 2.
Wake up.
So that's the scary part. You know what you're going to get with Keenan Allen.
What The past 2 weeks, he said he got 5 points and 2.
Yep.
Miami and who was the other one?
So actually, let's go to the last 3. So since the bye, the Rams, he got 5 or 4.9, 4.6. Against Miami, he got 4.9. Against Minnesota, he got 1.1. And he kept on dropping balls. Once again, like he did at the beginning of the season.
Yeah.
Is it possible that Christian Watson's hitting the rookie wall? Can you depend on him for your championship?
I'm gonna say yes. Once again, I'm a gambler. I'm the one who drafts 2 kickers. You know.
Don't do that.
So yeah, don't do that. But yeah, I say yes.
I actually reading all that changed my mind. I'm going Keenan Allen, Michael. I'm literally going Keenan Allen because you know what? I need the points. You don't want to ever go out not getting points. And if Christian Watson gets you a big goose egg or 2, that's going to hurt you a lot.
Watch
so
him get 2 touchdowns.
And he could, and you have to go in there understanding that you have 2 great options. You know, but what you're doing, you're trying to make the best move for you. Keenan Allen's gonna get the ball. Chargers are trying to play. Yeah, I can't see them not trying to go all out for this game. I'm gonna go Keenan Allen.
Okay, I got Watson.
All right. The Dynasty Pylon. Please hit the subscribe button. We're here doing the NFL football in the offseason and preseason. We actually are doing a DraftKings draft. I'm gonna ask Martin to throw me up the link. We're gonna have that coming in a second. But yeah, we're gonna do that all the way up to the Super Bowl. It's going to be fun. I think we only $2 entries, so I'm gonna throw that link up in a second. But yeah, we're here all the time, so please hit the subscribe button. We're at 259 right now. We're trying to get to 260. At 300, Martin's trying to give away another jersey. That might be my only chance to get one. But yeah, every 100 they're giving away the jersey. Definitely want to be part of this. We are always here. Martin probably has more knowledge in his fingernail about fantasy football than most people. He's doing a lot of great things. Trust me, you want to be part of that. So please hit the subscribe button.
Yes.
What's up, Derpy? How you doing, man? That's very cool. All right, so I'll talk about some other news real quick before we get any more questions. Have you heard about Sean McVay?
No.
So, Sean McVay, who is the youngest Super Bowl winning coach of all time, he's about 36 years old, is not certain about his future as a coach. He might take the year off, or maybe 2. Right now, they're in limbo.
So he wants to go to another team, or he's not sure.
He's not doing Sean Payton. He's talking about he wants time off. He wants to go walk away. Chris can never win a Dynasty Pylon jersey. Pretty sure it's in the rules. Somehow I get screwed out no matter what.
Wow, so he wants to walk away. Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah, so this is actually the same thing we heard last year after they won the Super Bowl. He was thinking about taking time away. I mean, Yahoo offered him a lot of money. They wanted him to be a commentator for a little bit, and he can walk away for 4 years, come back and be 40.
Aaron Donald.
Yep.
Didn't he see that?
Yep. Aaron Donald tried to walk away, yeah. And literally, one of the reasons Aaron Donald stayed was because of that. It's because Sean McVay's like, all right, we'll stay together. But this is a tough season. It's, he lost his quarterback. Why would you want to stay? I don't know. Especially if you could get out. If you could get out of it, why not?
Challenge.
Yeah, maybe he won a Super Bowl.
Yeah, I guess.
I mean, literally, he's won a Super Bowl, and you know what they've done since. So I can see it. I understand. As Brady says, McVay will get a TV job if he steps down immediately. I believe. He just got married, and this year, and it's been stressful, and he may not want it anymore. He's so young. I say he's younger than us. He's already won a Super Bowl and been a coach for 4 years. He's younger than us.
Everyone's younger than me.
That's true.
That's easy.
That's true.
Yeah, man, that's
you and Chico.
This guy, if he sticks around and does something, not Super Bowls, that's a plus. But if he has a chance to get the winningest record from Don Shula.
But he can do that still. Most coaches don't even start until they're like in their 40s.
Yes.
Like a young coach is like 45.
Yeah.
He can stop for 10 years, come back, and still be a young coach. It's like, so I believe in it. But I have heard other people saying this power could be a power move that maybe the franchise wants to go with a different quarterback. And Sean McVay says either my way or the highway.
Imagine how many teams will fire their coaches just to get McVay. Would Eberflus get fired?
Hey, what's up, Tank?
What's up?
Would Eberflus get? No, you're fine. Would Eberflus get fired to get McVay to Bears?
But McVay's still in the contract, so this is going to be the same thing as a Sean Payton thing. So he will have to walk away longer than the contract. He'll still be under that contract.
Honestly, if teams could trade coaches, which they have in the past,
this was going to happen. Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
But I think McVay doesn't want the stress anymore right now. He probably wants to focus on trying to have kids and being married. He hasn't had that opportunity.
Being a young man.
He's 36. Like, he's amazing. He's probably seeing people talking about Aaron Donald's talking about retiring. He's 32. Like, man, I could get some of that life they've been talking about. To get there at the age that he got there, he couldn't have had a life. So that's why I think that this is a reality. I could see him walking away. And the Rams would be screwed. They have no good coach. They got the ghost of Matt Stafford. Like they have the aging defense. Aaron Donald might walk away soon. Even
this is his last year.
I can see all of them. Just say, all right, I'm good.
So I know he can't sign with another team because of contract. Can he become an announcer?
Yes.
Yeah.
Immediately.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, that's what he's gonna do. That's a butt ton of money, and you only have to show up one day a week. So
like NFL coach is probably the hardest job you could ever have. Like, you prepare all the damn time. Your life is ran by the NFL, by these players. They're always
24/7 job. Something happens in the middle of the night, a player gets arrested, gets hurt, is whatever. You get a call. Yeah, that's you're a parent to 52 grown men.
You're 36 years old, and you don't have enough time to be your own parent. You know what I mean? So like I can definitely see him walking away. So
that's funny.
That's crazy. The other coaching news I wanted to bring up was the whole thing with Sean Payton. So Denver has been awarded they're allowed to interview him for their head coaching position. Denver is aware that the Saints want a first-round draft pick for Sean Payton. And they still want to go through with the interview process.
Sean Payton, Denver Broncos. Yeah.
Dude, if he could fix Russell Wilson,
I was gonna say
that it's worth his weight in gold. It's worth a first-round pick.
Sean Payton is the quarterback's coach, isn't he?
Sean Payton, yeah, he was. I mean, he's done everything. He's been a quarterback whisperer. So if you have you spent $245 million on a quarterback, right? And he's effing up. Who better to go get than Sean Payton?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You think that's worth it though?
Specific teams, the Saints might be worth it. They can't afford a great anything else anymore. A great first round draft pick. They can't afford it. So you can trade your first round draft pick away. Get Sean Payton. He fixes Russell Wilson. He brings you a great offense. And next year, you're exactly what everyone thought you were going to be this year.
Yeah, true.
Mm-hmm.
Why not?
But the bigger question is Russ able to be fixed, or is he beyond repair?
I mean, he's 30, 32, will be 33.
Yeah,
he's
more mentality.
Yeah, I'm going beyond repair.
You think he's changed his? I think his mentality's been the same ever since in Seattle.
Mm-hmm.
I know someone that he had in his group, his corner, kind of passed away during the offseason. This the guy he talked to a lot. I think he's a psychiatrist or therapist or something like that. That can have an effect on you, especially when you're playing a position that's so mental. So I think Russ, if he could get in the right offense, someone who would talk him the way that his guy was talking to him, someone he could trust. Because with Sean Payton, he could do this. Because remember Drew Brees, he was in San Diego, and then when he went to New Orleans, his entire career turned around. Russ could be thinking Sean Payton could do that for me. That's worth his weight in gold.
Yeah. I just stated real quick. Russell Wilson did not play any preseason games. So if you're off to a horrible start because you did not play any preseason games, I'm a strong believer you practice against other teams at full speed, not scrimmage, not practice with other teams. Play preseason games at full speed. You have time to work your kinks out. You do that during the season. Once you begin to work your kinks out, the other teams are already on you because they know what you're doing. They know how to fix it, what have you.
He's been there for 8 years. Aaron Rodgers never plays a preseason game. Tom Brady never. I mean, there's a lot of quarterbacks that never touch the field. Justin Herbert didn't touch, and he doesn't have any experience behind him. So I feel like understanding why he didn't play a preseason game. I just feel like he needs to change his mentality a lot. And he can't be the leader of the team. And I think that's something else we're kind of seeing. Pete Carroll was the leader of Seattle. I
think they need to go to a whole new different direction.
You can't.
They got to pull what they did with Nick Foles with the Jaguars.
You can't. You literally owe Russell Wilson for the next 3 years $50 million. It's such a big part of your chunk of your salary. You couldn't even pay a backup to be you can't. You literally Russell Wilson's there.
Well, let him be there, but go ahead and continue life without him.
You can't. You can't run a team with Russell Wilson there. You have to fix him. That is literally the only answer they have. They gave him so much money, and it's guaranteed for the first 3 years is guaranteed money. His salary cap, his salary hit is something like $90 million next year. Do you understand that?
Same.
It's
for the next 3 years.
You could not get out. You could not have a team.
Mm-hmm.
He's there. He's there. It's some ungodly number.
It'll be one thing if it was like a Zach Wilson situation where he sucks, but he's a rookie, so you can kind of move on really quick. This guy, but also you're also paying is what if he does do well next year? Yep. What if for whatever reason, because he's shown he's that caliber of a quarterback.
He's a Super Bowl winner,
But last year you're looking at 1 year and you're like, does that continue or does he go back? I mean, for sure, one more year, and then I think we know what we got. But he needs to get fixed. Is Sean Payton the guy? Maybe, probably. Can you afford it?
Well, if they're willing to talk to him, this is something they're willing to do.
I mean, does he even want to do it? He might just be entertaining the fact, filling in a favor for somebody. He's like, I'm here because blah, blah, blah said I owe you one.
Russell Wilson's dead cap number is $107 million next year.
Jesus.
His salary cap is $120 million. You literally could have a team. You literally could not have a team.
Yeah. I saw a TikTok about a guy explaining how much money he's going to take away from the team the next couple of years. And he was by year 4, he was already talking 4 years down the road. It was oh yeah, then you can maybe, So yeah, it's insane.
After 2025, his dead money will be $31 million. That's 2025, guys. That's 3 years later. It'll be 31. That's the soonest you can get rid of Russell Wilson. So you got to do whatever it takes to fix him. Whatever. I mean, whatever. If Sean Payton wants to name your firstborn child that's 38 years old, you gotta let him do it.
Yeah, that's funny.
He gets naming rights.
Naming rights. You give him an office. Exactly. Whatever it takes.
What was it? Batman Chalupa. That's Batman what they call the baby in the league.
My gosh. All right. Any other news? Well, I do want to talk about that Jags game and how the Titans jagged that game. The Jags are up 3 points with 4 minutes left, and that Dobbs throw goes as a fumble. He threw a fumble 20 yards that got returned for a touchdown. His team goes from up 3 to down 4. Like, it's like amazing. Like literally, the quarterback lost you worse than Ryan Tannehill has ever done, and we saw what Ryan Tannehill did last year. Yeah, wow. And you decide not to give Malik Willis a chance.
Yeah.
Man, I know Vrabel had to be thinking like, "What the hell? I did something wrong there." Derrick Henry was doing fine. Why are you throwing the ball to him? You could not block the line. Why the hell weren't they just running the ball and punting
nonstop?
I don't know.
Stuff like that is always gonna remind me of the what was it? Beast Mode. What's his name?
Marshawn Lynch.
Marshawn Lynch. Kind of thing. It's like, why? I think you try to outsmart the other team, or you want somebody else to be the face of the victory kind of style too. But it was like you let your best player win the game.
They weren't blocked. They could not block these guys coming. Full say Oluokun was coming off the edge. Allen was coming off the edge. They could not block them at all, and they allowed him to keep on throwing the ball, even though he can't throw the ball because they're trying to get a first down, and that's what happens. You get a fumble. He throws a fumble 20 yards right into the defense's hand and bounces to his chest, and he runs it back for a touchdown. You deserve to lose.
Mm-hmm.
You deserve.
Yeah. Yeah. That was crazy. I mean, there's that. Did you guys already talk about the ring around the Rosie?
No.
With the fucking Kansas City?
No. We didn't talk about
get into that in a minute. Yeah,
I can't believe the Jags actually won the AFC South after being down 4 games, 3.5 games. They won the AFC. So the Titans lost 7 straight games in order to lose the division.
Oh my God! I didn't even think about it. Yeah,
you had to lose 7 straight games. Nuts.
Yeah,
nuts.
How long does Henry have on the contract with Tennessee? Because if I was him, I'll be like, all right, it's time for me to get the F out of here. Because
no, but see, they love Vrabel. They love Vrabel, but I don't know.
Yeah, that's crazy. But it's also like the Jags went from like what?
So he has one
of the worst teams. One more year.
2023 is his last season.
Do you try to push for a trade?
He restructured his contract this year, so he's gonna have even a bigger salary cap hit next year.
They're not gonna get rid of him then.
His dead cap is next year $9 million. So they could technically get rid of him.
It's not too bad.
Yeah.
They don't want to get rid of him. I think he wants to get rid of them.
Well, I think Vrabel's a good enough coach. If Ryan Tannehill, which I don't think is a really good quarterback, if he was their quarterback, they would have won the division by like 5 games. That's just what it is. They would have won the division by like 5 games. So, do you just go back? You fire your GM in the middle of the season, kind of reap what you sow.
Yeah.
Everyone thought why are you doing this with 4 games left? Why are you firing the GM? He got you everything you had. He brought all these players in. Why are you doing these things? Because you're mad because the AJ Brown was a stupid move? GMs make stupid moves all the time. Why would you do that? It's just idiotic. And I'm not surprised that, when you start rolling downhill, that snowball gets bigger and bigger and bigger, and then you can't stop it. And that's what happened to them. And that's why the Jags won the division, and the Jags are in the playoffs after being 4-8.
That's crazy. I mean, but also like teams like that who want to blame somebody, because at that point they were losing 3-4 in a row at that point.
Yep.
You have to blame somebody. Somebody has to be the scapegoat. So it's always going to be. I actually got you breakfast.
A magical hand.
Some breakfast tacos.
Tell her I said hello.
Brenda says hello. It's a magical hand.
Yeah, I mean, you got to blame somebody, and it's annoying that they do have to blame somebody because like fans get upset, this and that. But I mean, in the middle of the season, you just got to let it right out, unless it's just that bad. I mean, if the Bears, left they're trash all year, and everybody from other announcers, other teams, fans, sports channels were all like, why are you keeping this?
Because you're not going to save the season by getting rid of your GM in the middle of the season. Doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, just let it play out, do things properly during the off season. But
Braden, he said, "Can I order one of those magical hands on Amazon?" That's awesome. Took 13 years of work to get that magical hand. Oh man,
that's funny.
All right, so let's guess we can talk about that Chiefs game.
Chiefs against Houston.
Yeah. No, it was
Vegas.
It was Vegas. Yeah.
Oh, no. For Josh Jacobs just is checked out. He's just checked out. I mean, like fantasy wise, he put up 5-6 points or something in the standard league. I mean,
what's funny because he's probably still going to win the NFL rushing title.
Yeah, I mean,
probably,
because he had such a good stretch of games, right in the middle-ish of the season.
No, I mean,
in the beginning he was good.
He had his best year ever as a pro. But once again, another team that could not block the line. Was it Chris Jones? Destroyed the entire game plan. He literally destroyed them. They could not block anyone. I felt bad for Stidham.
Yeah.
See what I'm
bring up this stupid thing.
We all blame someone. I blame my producer for robbing me of my therapy episodes.
What are you talking about? We haven't even got to those yet, man.
He's still talking about last year. That's funny. Therapy episodes.
We're gonna do that actually pretty soon.
I got Mako J 37, Taysom Hill, or Pat Freiermuth at tight end this week, full PPR.
I mean, you want to go with Freiermuth, right? But Taysom Hill has that opportunity to put up like 30 points
every year. Every week is the same problem with Taysom Hill. The problem is he's a tight end, and he could literally put up 35 points because he could throw a touchdown, catch a touchdown,
and run for a touchdown. Right?
Yeah.
Taysom Hill.
No, but he can also put you up like 3 points. You know what I mean? And
also, this game does not matter to them.
Right.
So they might just go and be stupid and have fun. And
Carolina Hill. Maybe he plays quarterback. What the hell?
Yeah.
Can you imagine that? Honestly, it doesn't matter to them.
I mean, it's not out of the wheelhouse. That's definitely a thing.
And their defense had a great game.
I wish I was, man. It's just sparkling water out here.
Sparkling water.
Oh, my cans got to get dressed up for the day.
This is a morning spike, guys.
Oh, let me tell you something real quick. Anybody?
Oh, I owe some shots.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, I paid my shots off before, but yeah, you guys owe me some shots. Martin does too.
I think I just owe one shot. I think I owe it to Martin.
Yeah, I think so.
That's funny.
It's for something with me, I believe. Like I had to take my shot on a Wednesday with him.
Yeah. Me and you picked somebody, and he went with somebody else. Something like that.
So real quick, you mentioned water. Go off subject real quick. In Europe, they charge for water when you go to a restaurant. Had no clue.
Yeah, I said, can I get some free water?
It's your free water.
They come in a nice glass with a top on it. Place on the table, and it's like $250 for 750 milliliter. What they do with the glass, you take it to a fountain, refill it. I'm like,
right in front of you.
Yeah, basically, yes. I'm like, are you kidding me? Okay.
I mean, they could just went to the Mediterranean Sea, just dipped a glass in there, just like, here you go.
Yeah.
Extra salt.
All right. So to answer the question, though, I'm going to take Taysom Hill because the last 3 weeks we've had 9.2, 11.6, and 12.5 points going against Carolina. I'm going to say that he puts up 10 points. You probably need to go with him because Pat Freiermuth is hit and miss. I remember 1 week he didn't have any points, and even though the Pittsburgh Steelers need to win this game, they need to win every game since for the last 10 weeks. And he's not put up a lot of fancy points. There he is.
You got the magic hand. I got the magic baby.
The magic baby, who got brought by magical hands still.
Yeah.
So Taysom Hill, guys. That's what I'm going with.
Baby Zed.
What's up?
Yeah, definitely. I'll go with Hill. He's like looking at everything else.
That's what he does, though. How you doing, Lucas? Spider-Man. That's what I'm talking about.
How old is he, man?
Get him started. Now.
4 months.
Yep, 4 months.
Nice.
4 months. Well,
we'll get you on the ultimate Spider-Man. That's what we're gonna do now. All right, we're getting you there.
Little by little.
Just wait. You're gonna have an all-black one.
You need to give him a Bears jersey
next year.
I know. I think he has a
Bears onesie.
He has a Cubs jersey, I think. He has a Cubs onesie. I don't think he has a Bears onesie yet. So.
We're getting you a real jersey. All right, Lucas. This is what's happening. We're going to the game. We're getting you a jersey. This is happening.
He's like, what's going on? What is all this?
Teach you young, guys. We got to teach them young. This is what we do.
Yeah. Mommy said you can't play football. It didn't say anything about being a fan.
It's okay. We'll teach you how to play flag football because by the time you're time to do it, it'll be flag football time.
Yeah. Exactly. That's how I started flag.
All right. Jonathan says, greatest thing I saw is people play their championship fantasy game on Madden with their roster. I love that idea. That is so awesome. I love that.
That's pretty good. Yeah, because then you could just run a sim and then live stream it, and then send the link to your league mates and stuff like that. Yeah, that's not a bad idea.
I love that.
It's not a bad idea. Although Madden does some stupid shit at times. I know, like, kind of bringing up some bad shit. I guess Madden's in some trouble because one of the celebrations after a touchdown is another player giving another player on the ground like CPR, and that's a touchdown celebration. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Who thought that was a good idea?
Obviously, that was done way before the situation last week. But also, that's not no. What? Like I'm gonna celebrate you by bringing you back to life. Like that's not no.
I've seen people do it to a football, but I can't believe you do it to another player. That's just That should be.
It was in Madden.
Take that away.
Yeah, I think as soon as like the thing happened last week, somebody should have came out and like, let's delete this like ASAP right now.
Yeah.
Send out a forced update. But yeah.
He said also Jags to AFC Championship game. Can you believe that? Can you think of that? I don't.
I mean,
they didn't look that good. They won the game, but they should have lost.
Yeah, a competent quarterback is good enough right now for them.
A competent quarterback would have beat them. Well, right, Lucas? It's okay. You're okay. All right. Spencer says, would you guys start Njoku or Komet this week? Not Komet. I don't think either teams are in the playoff race. Watson played well last week, and I might be leaning towards Njoku. So I was saying the reason I know Nathan Peterman is because he threw 5 interceptions in one half. Oh, Lucas.
Bye.
See you later. Bye.
Bye, Lucas.
Nathan Peterman, who's going to be the Bears starting quarterback. I know him from throwing those 5 interceptions in one half. Nathan Peterman is not the guy who's going to come in and do anything special. I would not start Cole Kmet. I might actually drop Cole Kmet just because it's the last.
Go pick up Taysom Hill.
Go pick up someone. Hey, I've been begging the drum for Cole Kmet for the last like 6 or 7 weeks. Njoku's the play. Watson is going to play hard because they need to get a rhythm. They need to start to understand each other, play and gain speed. I could see them going hard, trying to win this game. So I will go Njoku definitely this week, especially for the championship game.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks, Mark.
Thank you, Mark. So real quick, you mentioned the CPR celebration. Mm-hmm. I immediately brought up the Carolina Panthers Wesley Walls celebration. Anybody remember that? When he spiked the ball and the ball goes in the air, he with a shotgun, he shoots it.
Oh.
They were against that.
Okay.
So they banned it. They told him, no, don't do that anymore. Also, Detroit Lions. What's his name? I can't remember the guy. Used the Jameson Williams, I think. He did the thing with the throat.
Oh, Jameson did? Really? I was probably watching the game, still didn't notice it.
It was a receiver. Every time he made a touchdown, that's what he'd do. Oh, it was the cornerback. I can't remember.
So cornerback, I think from Detroit would be like Merton Hanks, but that's what he did his thing.
Yeah,
that was real life though, right?
Jonathan says need to get him a Juju Bears jersey for next year.
Juju.
That'd be funny. I was looking for like a onesie when we went to the football game. I was trying to get him the onesie with the Fields doing the slide.
Oh, that would have been so cool. No one had it.
Or they were too small, like all newborns. I was like, newborn doesn't even fit newborn. So
yeah,
no, you need if you get him a jersey now, you give him a 2T.
Yeah,
and you let him grow into it.
Yeah.
All right, Spencer. Lastly, any updates on Hurts at QB? If he starts, will they play him all game? I have Watson on the bench as well. So what I've heard is that Hurts is definitely playing.
Yeah.
That is what I've heard most recently. Let me check. Hurts to start. Yep. Eagles Hurts to start. So
as an hour ago.
Go with Hurts. It says Philadelphia Eagles quarterback Jalen Hurts will start the regular season finale against the Giants. He returned back to practice all week. He did well. David Webb will start for the Giants. So, yeah, definitely go. He's trending in the right direction. They say he's definitely starting. Need to do it. He said Hurts only playing a half, though. What if he only plays a half? I think he
plays the whole game, I think.
He does a Patrick Mahomes, when you saw him yesterday. They might pull him late in the fourth quarter. Yeah, but they want him to play and kind of get a rhythm because they have to win this game. If they don't win this game, they lose the number 1 seed. I mean, the Vikings have a chance. The 49ers have a chance. The Cowboys have a chance. So I think he plays, and I can see him playing into the fourth quarter until this game is no doubter.
If it's a close game, yeah.
I mean no doubter is like you got to be up by like 20. At least, I would say three touchdowns.
Yeah.
But, who are they going against?
Giants?
It's Giants. Yes, it's the Eagles Giants. And the Giants already made the playoffs. So they're starting David Webb.
Oh, I'm forever going to be pissed off we didn't get Daboll.
Yeah.
But yeah. They're starting Webb. Also, for them, it's not that big of a deal. So they could play spoiler, but I don't think it's happening.
Yeah. So, but I'll take a half of Hurts against the JV Giants while the whole game was watching the Steelers. Because you know what? I cannot. Can you believe Mike Tomlin's really about to go ahead and still win? He's still going to have positive wins again. He's never going to have a losing season. Mike Tomlin is going to make them get all the way back to 9-8. Can you believe that? I cannot believe this is possible.
This was the year where like everyone was questioning it. Like that's it. There goes the record.
Yep.
You know, and he got sneak by.
And they were 4-8. Whatever. They were really down. And then all of a sudden, Tom was like, "Hold my beer." And it turns out that he's right. And guess what? I think they're going to beat the Browns and finish 9-8. Unbelievable.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So here's that Chiefs game, which it's so funny, man. This looks like some high school little league. This was literally like Little Giants. This reminded me of like the Little Giants movie. Like this is what would happen. Giants. Yeah. Help me, God. I downloaded that. I gotta put that as a thing for us. All right.
What the hell was that?
And then look, so Patrick Mahomes is in the backfield behind. Yeah, McKinnon is going to get the ball.
Over here.
Kelsey. That's Kadarius Toney at 19 in the backfield. So you know what?
Even look, he's like, "What the fuck?" He's like, "What's going on?" Like, I mean, look at. They're all like staring, like, "What the hell?" You know, and then they're doing it, and then look at the linebacker, you know, here, and like, what? And then he throws across the field, which you're not supposed to do as a quarterback, but missed tackle, touchdown.
Didn't they call this back for holding? Which that was not holding, guys. Yeah. That is not holding. By the way, that's not holding. He never held anything. And then so the next play, they do it again. They do it again, and Kadarius Toney still runs it in for a touchdown. You know, that Reed is a fun coach. And he also is putting new things on film that you have to plan for.
Yeah. I mean, could you say blocking the back probably more than
you can't because it's still in the box. You know,
yes, yeah.
So there's no such thing.
Yeah, that's really not. Even if it was. That was stupid.
So that tells
stupid.
That tells me that the Raiders were supposed to win that game. Or cover the spread or not cover the spread, whatever, some of the point system. Because I'm beginning to pick up little things where it wasn't supposed to happen, but it happened.
No, I mean, that game was not even close.
31-13.
Right. Yeah. That tells me what's the point thing. Because there was a game, unnecessary roughness on no. It was a player that sacked another player, the quarterback, and they called it defensive unnecessary roughness to the quarterback, but it was just a sack. He sacked them.
Yeah, but if that was Tom Brady, you know that they just make.
No, it wasn't Tom Brady. It was Herbert, I believe, for the Chargers.
Okay.
It happened like a few weeks ago before I left. And when I saw that, I'm like, how is that? How?
Jonathan said, refs got mad and they called a random flag. You can't be doing this crap. That's what he was saying. And then Jimmy is the disrespect. I loved it.
So real quick. So somebody made the dots for it. Pull up real quick. And the dots are just so stupid because like they got them spinning. They literally have them spinning back here. It's like oh, there's a glitch. Like somebody messed up. Yeah,
dude. And then think about it. They got the ball. They threw it back to Pat Mahomes. Pat Mahomes throws it across the field. Almost gets intercepted. Gets blocked. And Kadarius Toney runs in for a touchdown. That is awful. And I feel bad for the defense because what else you gonna do? Who the hell knows what's going to happen?
Yeah. I already saw the TikToks of like the nursery rhyme playing.
This is what I like right here. Raiders need to trade Adams and go to the XFL. Oh, man. Go ahead. Hey, I'm telling you, you guys want a quarterback? I got this team that has a very high pick that will be willing to part with it for Devontae Adams, a first rounder, and we'll give you a 4th rounder for a 2nd rounder. So I want a Devontae Adams, a 1st rounder, and a 2nd rounder. We'll give you a 4th rounder and the 2nd pick, maybe. If it's the 1st pick, we ain't giving you nothing. Just letting you know. It's an option. Ring around the rosy that led to a freaking touchdown. Hey, only Andy Reid. Only Andy Reid.
Yeah.
All right, so we only got about 10 more minutes in this. What games do you guys think will be the most interesting today?
Any game. I missed football the past 2 weeks.
For you, yeah.
The only football I saw was soccer. I'm like, oh, jeez.
Look, go.
I'm so tired of
it. Were you like, oh, I thought FIFA was over.
Exactly. You still do stuff after FIFA?
Not in Europe.
No.
Not in Europe. I'm tired of it. I just any football game. I don't care.
I'm not interested in watching this Bears game. I'll tell you that much.
Yeah, no. No.
I'm just gonna check in periodically, like as I do stuff around the house, just to make sure they keep on losing. You better lose this damn game, Bears. Because if the Texans somehow beat the Colts, which they're both terrible teams, that can happen. We have with the first pick of the draft.
You better lose this as of now.
We're number 2 right now. But if we lose today and the Texans win because they're going against the Colts, we can have the first pick.
I'm afraid of the first pick. I'm afraid they're gonna mess up and end up getting a kicker.
But I'm saying don't worry about it because you trade out of it. Only thing I'm afraid of if Ryan Poles does this thing I've heard on I'll probably talk about this on Tuesday. If they draft a quarterback and trade Justin Fields, I will riot. No. I will literally riot in Chicago.
I don't see them doing that.
I'm telling you. You want to say, and Grizzlies over there flipping over cars. Only on the I can literally flip over at least one. You know?
Give him a Mini Cooper.
A little Fiat.
Exactly. T-top, whatever one of those was.
Yeah.
I can deadlift that. There we go.
Yeah.
Hey, is Jimmy Mills the guy who played Death Knights with us?
No.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, there's another Jimmy Mills. I know that was the first thing because me and Fredo know of Jimmy Mills that played football with us.
Oh, I know him. So Derek Carr probably loved it. Watching them watch that game. Oh, really? You think you can do better without me? Watch. And he says the game he's looking most forward to is the Packers versus the Lions. That's gonna
be a fun game.
If Seattle loses, if Seattle wins and Detroit has nothing to play for, this might be a mistake from Sunday Night Football.
Yeah, I'm just if Detroit wins, they're 9-8, and I'll be the first one to say I am sorry, Mark, because he said 10 wins, and we all made him.
I already said sorry, Mark.
No, you. There you go. I'll be second.
I wanted to do a solo. I was like, look,
yeah,
sorry, Mark.
Yeah. He said 10 wins, and we're like, no way.
It's
so
impossible.
Yeah, they're going. They have a chance to go 9. That's still blows my mind. So
after being where they were, yeah, exactly. Mm-hmm. A lot of scenarios with this number 1 seed in NFC. I'm still thinking Eagles, but you never know. If the Eagles lose, there's 4 teams that could be in number 1 seed. That's crazy. Eagles, Cowboys, 49ers, and is it 3? It might only be 3. I think it's only 3. Yeah.
The NFC is just crazy this year. It is so. Yeah, God. I mean, Jags won that's AFC, but yeah,
but still, I mean, the Jags won. Come on.
Didn't last year their coach was filling up a lady or something?
Urban Meyer.
Yeah. He did a lot.
We we're pretending that didn't happen. Those were more like 5 weeks in the NFL that like him kicking kickers and shit like that.
Yeah, he did a lot of stuff.
Yeah. Go back to college, my dude.
All right, Jonathan asks, you guys think MT gets cut with his new changes to his contract? As long as the cap hit is lower and you can able to spread it out the money, I think they keep MT. Michael Thomas one more year. I can see them at least give him an opportunity because he still has a lot of talent. When he played well. It's just that he doesn't play enough. It's So I can see them holding on to him with the contract changes, especially if they get a first round pick for Sean Payton.
Jeez.
So that's what the reports are, and as big as Michael Thomas 13 supporter I am, I'm very upset. I hope that they don't. Well, you know what? Actually, go ahead and cut him. Go ahead and cut him.
Here we go. Here we go.
Come on over.
I have a shoulder to cry on. Come to Chicago.
It's filled with a lot of money.
Exactly. You want to wipe your tears? Here's $14 million. Use that to wipe your tears.
Yeah.
I'm all for it. And then Jimmy says, black man tosses brink truck more than 10 at 10. Big black funny. Grizzly guy tosses brink truck. If I toss a brink truck, guys, guess what? I'm taking the money first. I'm not. I want to buy anything else. And he said terrible scheduling. I think it's a terrible idea. Why wouldn't you just play all the games at the same time so everyone has to play? Or plays Green Bay, Detroit at the 3:00 game along with Seattle, both.
Yeah,
that makes way more sense. Make everyone, and then have the Eagles. Now you on the Eagles? I'll probably put. What team has to play well? That's the problem. There's no team that has because it all depends on somebody. Yeah. I don't know.
Because the Jacksonville Tennessee game was kind of important, but that's done.
That was a game that I thought was gonna be Sunday night football. You put anything else on Saturday night. You put that one on Sunday night because it's winning. You in. And you put it on Saturday night. You put anything else. Who cares? Put Houston against Indianapolis. Who the hell cares? I mean, besides me, I care.
Tampa, Atlanta.
Doesn't really matter.
Doesn't matter. New England, Buffalo.
You could have matter. Baltimore, Cincinnati. You would think matters, but it really doesn't because Baltimore's sending all their people and they're not even worried about it.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, Jets, Miami.
Miami. Yeah. I mean, but Jets are already eliminated.
Yeah. And Miami's not. They're playing Thomason.
Yep. Because what you do?
Yeah, there's really no good games today. Like nothing too interesting, especially at the noon.
So I think we have some good games. It's just all of them matter. Like all of them matter to each other. So Detroit, Green Bay matters to everybody. San Francisco, Arizona's going to matter because San Francisco can have the number 1 seed. But it doesn't matter if Philly beats the Giants.
Mm-hmm.
Pittsburgh, Cleveland matters, but it won't matter if Miami beats the Jets. So it's like they all have to be played together.
Yeah.
Buffalo doesn't have to worry about New England anymore, except if they beat New England, New England's out of the playoffs. So, like, here's a scenario. Buffalo beats New England. Miami loses to the Jets. And Pittsburgh beats Cleveland. Pittsburgh gets in the playoffs.
Jesus.
Man, that's a whole lot of...
I mean, but that's not... I mean, it's only 3 games, so it's not like...
It's like, can Buffalo beat New England? They usually do.
But also that's a game you need to think about because I think because Hamlin is okay, I think it puts a fire up their butts even more so.
Exactly. We're doing this for 3. Yeah. We're doing this for 3. So I can see them coming to kick their butts. The Jets in Miami doesn't have a quarterback. Yeah. I'm just saying Mike Tomlin might bring Pittsburgh into the playoffs after starting the season with Mr. Trubisky. Wow.
But that's just Mike Tomlin, though. I mean, there's certain names you say. Like what's his name?
It's Mike Tomlin for this season.
Yeah.
Like he's literally on that. If we're talking about Mount Rushmore of coaches for this decade, Tomlin has to be on there. Belichick might be the greatest coach of all time, probably Sean Payton, Tomlin, and Andy Reid.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yep, that's it. Payton's the only one in the NFC. So, yeah. All right, guys. It's noon. It's 12 o'clock. We have to go watch some of these games.
Oh, we have to. Oh,
Yeah.
Really, Chicago, Minnesota. Like we're destined to watch on Fox a bad game. So,
well, you're kind of hoping for a bad Bears game so he can get that first from it.
Exactly. I'm like, look, if you win, I'm rioting once again. It's happening again.
I want to show up on Tuesday. I really want to try to because I want to talk about that because it's gonna be a big day for us.
Yes,
Chicago fans.
Tuesday, guys, we definitely have the Panda Grizzly show. We're going to talk about this game. We're going to kind of go over the things that we missed from last week, and what is looking forward for us for our picks. What can we do? What scenarios are possible for us? I cannot wait till Tuesday to talk about all those things. I'm guessing Martin's not going to show up because of that. Because of what I just said, Martin's like, yeah, I'm not coming.
Yeah. I appreciate Martin coming in and helping out with Panda and Grizzly, but I know he does not like talking about Chicago Bears.
He's like
the whole time he's like, so Devin, what we do? So that's gonna be Tuesday, and then Wednesday. I know Martin probably got something else scheduled. I know he's gonna because Dynasty Championships played. So for him, it's starting to look at all the rookies coming into the NFL. I know that's going to start, and looking at a lot of other like potential like I don't know off-season trades for dynasty players and stuff like that. So dynasty season just started.
I think we're going to start thinking about wide receivers. We got to start looking at running backs. We kind of already went through our cornerbacks and linebackers. I think defensive linemen. That's really interesting. I hope that's what we do this week, D line, because that's going to be really interesting. And because I think we need defensive linemen for the Bears. So once again, it all revolves around the Bears for me. No matter what show I'm doing, I'm always thinking about the Bears. On Monday when we're doing Spoiler Kings, I'm probably having Bears jersey on. It's
not a Fields. It's not a Fields jersey anymore. It's a number 1 draft pick jersey.
We got it, guys. We got it.
We're number 1.
Yeah. That's
but thanks everybody who's in the chat. Jimmy, Jonathan, Michael, Spencer. I appreciate you. Braden, Mako J37, Martin, Derpy, Bev 46. Always. I appreciate you guys jumping in. What's it be? Bap Jap. Yeah. And for Fredo coming all the way from Europe just to do this show. That's all he did. He came all the way from Europe to do this show. So I thank you.
Like I got a deadline.
Exactly. But
also hit that sub button. I think Dynasty Pylon is right at 259.
Yeah.
Let's get Dynasty Pylon to 260 and spread the word. We're helping out fantasy, get you ready for next season, and we're gonna have fun here on this channel every Sunday, and then a bunch of times during the week as well. But Sundays is definitely gonna be a fun time. NFL playoffs are happening, so we're gonna do a lot of DraftKings. We're just gonna have fun talking football. No more competitiveness when it comes to fantasy football. But yeah, it's gonna be fun. So make sure you spread the word. Tell them to come hang out if you're a football fan. Join us all year. So. Yeah.
All right. Thanks, guys. Enjoy your NFL Sunday, and we are out.